What's up? I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Roman the Poet. That's it, right? Just simple and quick, right?
Yeah.
So, Roman, I really want to get into just the meaning of your name. Yeah. So, obviously, you're not a rapper, you are a poet, but what does poet stand for you?
People overcoming emotions today. So, I rap or I do poetry to get over things I went through in my life, or I just try to help other people see different point of views of life or different ways they could go about life. So
okay, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about your background. I know that in the song Tupac you had a verse that was saying "born with damaged wings." So what is that verse about, and what is that in relation to how you grew up and your life, your backstory?
That's basically meaning I come from a messed up environment, background, but even though I'm coming from this, I'm still trying to fly, and I'm gonna fly. So I'm gonna make a way.
Okay. So what keeps you pushing through? I mean, everybody has shit that happens to them, right? Some obviously more severe than others. But what keeps you pushing through all life's bullshit?
There's two big deaths in my life: my auntie Jewel and my sister Asia. So with those on my mind, with those angels on my mind and on my side, I just go. This is for them. Yep.
So what got you started in doing music? Because obviously you do have a really deep poetry background. You're not just rapping. Yeah. Your style is really kind of Pac-esque, I would say. So what kind of got you started in music and that style?
Seriously, it was Asia death, because at first I was just a poet. I just did poems. I used to write poems for girls. If you had a homework assignment, you had to do a poem, I'd do it just because. But when she died, it was like, dang, I got to really do it now. So when she died, I got an iPod, and I just had an app, started recording songs, and from there, took off.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've always had a love for poetry that you just turned into music. What are some of your favorite songs, or not even favorite songs, but what are some songs, and I know you have a huge body of work, a really large collective, so let's kind of go from oldest to newest. What are some of your older stuff that you really vibe with or think embodies you as an artist?
Reality.
Okay.
May 23rd. Remember Me. Verdict. It's a lot of anything with a message. Tupac.
Okay.
It's just, I don't know, it's a lot. Like you said, it's a lot. So there's a lot of them. And then now, Speaking Tears is my favorite of anything I did. So, Dear Lord. The one song we did, me and Twig, No Hands, is because I'm crossing over to be more fun, more party. Yeah. So there's a lot of songs and a lot of songs that's not out now. So
yeah. Well, and speaking of Speaking Tears and especially the song Dear Lord, there's a verse in there that you talk about basically either basketball or rapping. You couldn't do basketball, so you kind of went to rapping. So do you feel for a lot of people who maybe come from the same background as you, that's kind of their only options? And what advice would you give for those people?
I feel like it is the only option sometimes, because not everybody is confident enough to put their everything in the education. They're like, oh, I'm not this good at math, or I can't do English, so I just go hard in basketball or I go hard in rapping, because that's the only way I know for a black man, that's the only way it seems sometimes. There's the only two options we can go. But the advice is, just try hard in anything you pick. Just try hard, go hard. Yeah. And if you like basketball, put that same drive in that basketball court. Do it in the classroom. Doing anything you do, apply the same pressure. You might pop off in something else.
Yeah.
Before the basketball or the rapping.
Well, so with all these demons that you talk about that kind of carry around and follow you, how do you stay clear-headed, and how do you stay on track with your music and the message that you're trying to put out there for your people?
I just talk to people. I talk to my mom. I talk to Asian mom. I talk to friends. I try to stay open with myself and open with everybody else, just to stay level. And then with my music, that helps me to fight the demons I say I have. So it keeps me mellow. So the music is the big part of all that to keep me sane.
Awesome. So you think you'll always be into music then, for sure?
Yeah, no matter what.
And now you did say you're kind of leaning more now to a party style, right? So I know you just dropped a song, No Hands, with Twig. So shout out Twig.
Shout out Twig.
And kind of what was the inspiration for that switch? Because you do have a lot of really deep and heavy stuff, just from your past, even a year ago on some of your albums, to now kind of more of this party scene. So what was that switch, or what is that about?
The switch is I got to be more happy. It's I'm a reality rapper. I'm just talking about pain and the suffering, but I'm not talking about the joy. It's not always as sad. So I had a song called Backstreet. This is what Twig told me, is that he just seen it from there that I can make a party song. So when he came to my house one day, he's like, I got 2 songs I want you on. I was like, it's good, just play me the beat. He played the beat. I started writing. A couple days later, we recorded. The engineer was like, oh yeah, this a hit. He said it was a hit. I said it was a hit. And then we did the video, and then it's taken off.
Dope.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that you'll still, with the new stuff that you put out, kind of have a glimpse of the party stuff, but also still like a glimmer of the past you, like, and kind of like the harder stuff or the more emotional pieces?
I'm gonna always stay with that. I'm never gonna drift away from that, but I'm just gonna add more elements to that. So this is like an upgrade to me.
Okay.
I'm adding things on.
Well, again, I think it's just showing that you're more of a multidimensional artist. Like you said, that there's, there is pain to life, but there's also, that
joy.
good side. Yeah. And it's like, you can't always just be rapping about the bad stuff. And so you talking about some new projects you have coming out. You got 510 and 916. And then you also have Poet, which are both going to be new projects dropping, hopefully, next year, 2019? Okay.
2019 is going, the 510 916 is going to be with me and Twig, and it's going to be like 3 songs that's his style and then 3 my style, and it's going to show how we can mix well and break the barrier of how people say Bay Area, we have a problem with people from SAC, or SAC is trying to steal our style, or we trying to steal SAC styles. Nothing like that. We 2 different styles. Yeah. And we can come together on a song and coexist. Yeah,
because you're from East Oakland. So coming to SAC, I'm for sure that was kind of like a little bit of adjustment. I mean, they're really not that far, but it is definitely a different sound.
It's different culture, different everything. And sometimes it's like, it creates problems because some people feel like they gotta prove something because, oh, he's from Oakland, we gotta push the issue, or it's just little stuff, but I just try to ignore it and be positive. Yeah.
So how do you feel about collaborating with other artists then? Like, obviously, you work with Twig, but are you working with any other artists, or are there any other collabs that we can expect?
I'm open to it, but right now it's really just my homies because they show the most love. Like, it's like a lot of people right now, or a lot of artists is bougie right now. I don't know what's going on, but we all on the same level, but I'm always open to work. So
awesome. Well, is there any like sneak peeks of maybe some of the songs that, like, maybe titles or just like inspirations off these new projects that you can give fans?
I know we got Stay Woke is gonna be me and Twig. It's a remix to Meek Mill, Stay Woke, and then I have another one called, what's the name of it? I forgot the name. But it's to Zay on the beat, instrumental, and it's gonna be like a real touching song. So look out for that. It's going to be the last song on Poet.
Cool. So fans, first on Fame by the Flame, you guys got to tune in and check out the last song, which is going to be on Poet. And then the other one, which is going to be on 510 916. Yep. Speaking tears, okay. I want to talk a little bit about the creation of that. I know that you have some collabs on there, but like, what was the process that you went through in developing that project?
The process was very long. It started in 2017. It was supposed to just be an EP. It was supposed to be 5 songs. And then over the time, I was just procrastinating. I just had 5 songs, and I made more songs, stacked them up, more songs. But then I started collabing with people. And the first collab I had was a song called My Nigga. It was supposed to be with a friend named Grego. He passed away, rest in peace. And he never did get to record the song. So I was like, dang, I'm just sitting on this song, and I don't even want to do it no more. And then boom, I found somebody to do it. Coach Cheese, he got on the song, and then he recorded it. And then after that, another homie came. He said, I want to get in the studio. He got in the studio, created a song. Really was his. He's like, I want you to have it. He gave me the song. I put a verse on it, put it on this album, and then all the features came like that. And then it was just having fun in the studio with my friends, really. And then it just all came together. Made a classic.
Yeah, well, so it just seems like music is really just a natural part of your life. I mean, like you said, you're surrounding your, collabs with your friends and folks that you hold like dear to you, and then the stuff that you're speaking on is just like real life and kind of like your daily, not only like how you guys party, but again just like the
life, struggle,
just everything you go through. So what is something that, I mean, you kind of bear it all with your music, but what is something that you really want fans to know about you?
I just want to know I just give my all in everything I do, and I'm going to always be the same no matter what. Like, I'm going to always be Roman the Poet, that guy you can come to. Like, if you see me on the street, you can come up and get some advice. If you need it, get a picture. I'm just for the people, really. Yeah.
And so, ultimately, as an artist, what do you hope to achieve? Because you said earlier in the interview that you're obviously always going to be in music. You're always going to be the same person. You're always going to be working with those who give you respect and whom you respect. But like, ultimately, what do you want out of being an artist and being in the music scene?
I just want to be able to change something. I want to be able to change things in my community and other communities. Change something ugly and make it beautiful, and so I want to be able to do that with my music, and then be able to go into fashion. Anything I do, I want to be able to bring it back to my community and show them you could do it too. So
and so being an inspiration for your community, where do you see yourself in 5 years, like affecting those around you?
I see myself like a millionaire, billionaire, and then giving everybody jobs. And I'm not giving handouts. I'm talking about, like, I'm the type of person, like, if you want to do something, I'll pay for it, but it's up to you to keep it up. Like, if you wanted to have a security agency, I'll pay for it, but it's up to you to hire people. It's up to you to hire dependable people. Keep it up. It's up for you. This is you. I'm gonna give it to you, but it's up to you.
Well, like you said, you're investing in someone's future, but it's those people who are actually gonna like invest in themselves
that I'm putting my name on you too.
Yeah. So going forward, with the sounds that you're putting out, you're doing more party stuff, you're still keeping true to your roots, and you got a lot of things in the work, right? So how can people keep up with you, stay tuned with you, like what, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music? Like, what's the best way to stay connected with you?
My Instagram, because I'm real active on Instagram. So at Roman the Poet, you're gonna get exclusive stuff on my story, on my page. I announce everything on there. So I might wake up and create an album cover and be like, I'm gonna put that up.
Okay,
and
cool.
Post it, and then y'all be the first to see it.
Awesome. And then do you have any shows coming up?
I don't even think so yet. I'm shooting to have some shows soon, but none confirmed right now.
Awesome. Well, I guess fans will just have to stay tuned. 2019, right?
Yep, 2019.
Yeah. Well, Roman, I want to thank you so much for being on Fame by the Flame. I really appreciate you, and I just love hearing about where you've been and where you're going, and I think it's dope. I like your music. You're definitely a poet for sure on the track.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. And also Jay, we appreciate you. Alma Lab, you always keep it lit.
Yeah, keep it lit.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, Roman the Poet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fans, until next time, I'm Noelle at Noelle's Notions, and this is Fame by the Flame with Roman the Poet.
Roman the Poet. And shout out to my producers, Zay on the Beat, Eli Beats, all my homies, Deanne, Twig, Devontae, it's too many of y'all, Shanti, just the whole Sacramento, Oakland. Thank you for all the love.